Hello beautiful people, it's Trina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back in Japan and I have a bag reveal for you. It's been a long time. I actually bought this bag. It's called Mansio. I'm sure you guys might have heard of this because it was like just all over YouTube a couple of years ago. And this came out right before the pandemic, so 2019, 2020. So I ordered it really early on and it's taken quite literally over 2 years. Now, of course, the pandemic being what it is, that's not surprising, but actually it's not surprising for another reason, and that is that it's a crowdsourced item, and I've not had so much luck with getting anything from Kickstarter, that's the platform I used, on time. And it's been a hit or miss sort of journey with Kickstarter. I like supporting new people, new ideas, so I have used it a few times, but usually this stuff is overpriced, and I think today's item is no exception to that. But I'm happy with it overall, just a few things I would change. So let's get right to the bag. And this is it. It's the Mansio Convertable briefcase. So nothing particularly sexy here. You can see an indentation already from the straps because they can go inside. But overall, I like this bag. It is what I expected. It's kind of like basically a briefcase that converts into a backpack. It's made of Saffiano leather, and it has a pass-through on the back, so you can put it through your case when you're traveling. So this to me is just basically a work bag. So let me zoom in and show you all the features. Okay, so here is the bag from the top. It has a strap on. It actually came with 3 straps. One is for the bag to carry on as a shoulder bag, or potentially even a crossbody if you wanted to do that, although I see myself using it more as a shoulder bag. So it came with another one, and the reason for the other one is for when it converts into a crossbody. And then there's also a 3rd strap here, and that's for one of the accessories that I bought when I purchased the bag. I opted into their, what are they called? Upgrades, as you say, when you're sponsoring. And I'm a little bit disappointed with the upgrades. I think I would have been better off with just the bag, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But here you can see in the front, there is a little pocket here, I guess, to put your cell phone. And this strap also curves in like so for when you use it as a backpack. This is actually the part that goes against your back. But for now, we'll just keep it out like this. And that's the side. On this side here, you can see one of the, I guess maybe the top of the bag, or when it's used as a backpack. Looking in here, I can see that there is a little bit of a, like maybe a passport pocket here. This bigger pocket is not really a pocket, it's the pass-through for your suitcase. So there's that, and then this back side here also this part here can squish in, and this becomes flat, and this is the part that shows on your back when you're wearing it as a back. And you can see these 2 elastic parts that come out here. These are if you want to carry a yoga mat when it's in backpack form. But you can already see, as I said before, there's an indentation from where the straps are, and I think over time that's going to become more prominent. Not that aesthetic, but hey, what can you do? And here at the bottom you have the 2 side clips for the backpack mode, and you also have a bottom container here, and this bottom container basically is a part that pulls out for you to put your wet clothes after a workout or whatever. You can just chuck them in here through the top, and then basically you can protect your bag and keep your stuff from destroying your bag. However, I would put your stuff in a bag before putting it in here, because you can't take that part that I just showed you and put it in the wash. It's permanently attached to the bag. At the top, there's it's 2 zipper pulls here, and they come apart, which is kind of convenient if you just want to open one of them. But personally, I see myself more opening the whole thing. There is a little snap here as well to keep it secure. And then you open it up, and inside right away you see a clip you see a large zipper compartment here. And something that is interesting is that the zipper compartment is put into 3 sections here, 1, 2, and 3. And the zipper for this one here is very small and hard to get at stuff. So I think they could have probably done better with just having 2 sewn up sections and not 3. And then there's a big one right here, which I guess you could put your belt in here. And then an open space. And on the other side, you have a clip at the top here, so 2 clips on each side. And actually this can come together like so as well to secure the bag together if you need to do that. So that's clever, yes. And there are these 2 snaps here, and I'll get to that in a second. But let me show you on the other side here, we have an elastic on the inside, and that is for your water bottle. So that's clever that they use an elastic. Excuse me. I like that it's an elastic because then when it's not being used, it just goes back into place. And the other side also has an elastic, and this is where that, what is it called? That inside-outside section that I showed you from the back flips in. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'll use that functionality, but I like that it's there. Okay, so that basically is the bag. There's one extra thing here too I got, which is I guess a little, we'll find out when I take it apart here, but I'm assuming it's just an eco bag, or, you know, eco bag. Yeah, it is. So that, you know, if you do any grocery shopping on the go or buy anything, then, you know, you have a little bit of a bag. But to be honest, this is just a branding opportunity. The bag itself is kind of, it's kind of crappy, you know. And I thought really that I was going to get a water bottle. I was pretty sure that I got one, but it didn't come with my order. Don't know if that's a mistake or if there was something, maybe it didn't come, maybe I didn't order it after all. I don't know. I added a bit more lighting here because I think it might have been too dark. Let's see how it turns out. Oh yeah, I can see my shadows, so something's changed a bit. From my end anyway, maybe not from yours. So now I showed you earlier there were these 2 snaps on the side, and the reason for that is the add-on of a laptop case. And here's the laptop case here. As you can see, it looks pretty chic, but it's just a nylon bag. There's no padding to it. And on the side there is like a hand thing, so you could potentially grab it like so, put your hand in it, and it does fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro, very tight with the case that I have on mine anyway, but it is possible. And it also has 2 little clips here, like basically D-rings made of fabric, so that you can take this 3rd strap and put it on here and carry it as a shoulder bag. And then this contains, whoops, that was the top that just dropped on the floor. So this comes off, and then you're left with this part here with the 2 snaps to go into the bag. So that makes a lot of sense. However, there's not, you know, there's all these nice files and things like that, but to be honest, they don't bulge out enough to, for me, because of the size of my computer, to really make that much use of. So let's see, let's put this in here and see how we go. Yeah, it fits pretty nicely in there, but it does bulk up the bag just a little bit. But to be honest, in the case of my computer, I much prefer the case that I bought on Amazon for it, because it has padding and it has enough room to fit extra goodies. I'm not sure if this fits in the bag though. Let's have a quick check. Okay, it does, but it's tight. Yeah, so we'll see. I might be able to just use it in this bag because it's not as big as I thought it was going to be, actually. But let's see how we go. So I might end up using this. However, this thing here, this flap that goes on top, the only purpose this has, in my opinion, is just an aesthetic edge. I mean, I don't really think you need it, even to carry it. Like, it doesn't really serve any purpose, and it weighs and it takes up space. So I'm not going to be using this, sadly. So the other thing that came with it, oh, this is a little tag, and there's nothing, like, I don't know what the purpose of this is because you can't write on it. This is one of those, you know, accoutrement things that I just don't get. So I'm going to be just putting this away somewhere in a drawer. Came with a couple of tags, like a care tag and the branding. I'll put this up so you can read it. Okay, I suppose you can pause that if you really want to read it properly. The second extra that I got with the bag, which I kind of regret, is this packing cube. And you know, it's got the Mansio branding. You can put this on a hanger, and that's how they advertise it, because you can open it up. You can put your clothes and let them hang, you know, like this, with your stuff inside, I guess. And it works like a suitcase, you know, the suitcases that have those things that you unzip apart and it expands it. Most of my suitcases over the years have been like that, very useful feature. So I like that. My other compression cubes don't have that feature. But again, what I don't like about this thing is that it's a little heavy and bulky, and at the end of the day, I'd probably just use one of my uber lightweight compression cubes and stuff it and use that, because this is just taking up a lot of space. And I know it does compress, but I don't know. And overall, this bag is not light, and my computer is really heavy, guys. So there's a bit of a, I mean, I'll use it, but I don't think I'll use it because it goes with this, you know? So there's that. And the third item is a camera bag. So this one also is a little bit of a fail because it's just a little more bulk than I was expecting. It fits nicely in the bottom of the bag, so who knows, I might use it if I do end up carrying something that needs some padding, or perhaps I'd put my laptop in there without the padding and use this to sort of push it against the side. Or my laptop without the case that comes with it too, to get rid of even more space. And then I could safely carry the stuff inside. So it's your typical, you know, bag in bag sort of layout. You've got these two Velcro sides. It looks a little luxe, but I don't really think it is that luxe, to be honest. I mean, it's like a makeup bag that you buy in China. I think, yeah, this is not what I would describe as luxe, not at all. It has this section at the top here. Again, they've compartmentalized this, and this little one here is kind of hard to get at, but I guess that might be useful. Maybe, I don't know yet. Now, I don't have an SLR camera anymore either, so, you know, I made this very overly quick decision when buying this. You know, you pay a little bit extra money and you get all the extra goodies, so that's what I did. This, of course, can be taken out of your bag, and you can use the strap, and you can use it as a separate case to carry stuff into, so there's that. But as you can see, the seam is not particularly clean, so yeah. And two slides in the front here that probably won't get used so much. Now, I haven't worn this, so I can't really give you a good review, but my first impressions are indeed that yes, the bag was greatly overpriced when I bought it. The shipping was ridiculously long, but I blame that on the pandemic, and also just Kickstarter in general. These things take a while. It was amazing to me how rude people have been to these this team of ladies that created this bag. They were just so impatient and so demanding in spite of all that was happening in the world. I was quite shocked by that. And they were really good at communicating. You know, they said, we're trying our best, we're doing it. So hats off to them for this. I think conceptually this was a fantastic idea. The execution, however, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't very luxe. But if this bag actually works out and turns out to be a really practical bag, and it doesn't fall apart, then I'm going to be really happy with it. So I'll let you know how it goes. But overall, I was hoping it would be a little bigger so I could, you know, use it not only as a work bag or a conference bag, but put a little more in it than just my computer, all of my accessories, and more stuff. Although maybe I will get it in, I don't know. But I imagine if I do shove it too heavy, it's going to be a brick. Now, I've tried it on as a backpack, and it does look great. But my biggest concern aesthetically is that, you can already see it in the light here, that this imprint underneath from where the straps go is going to get worse over time. The straps are nylon too. These are going to be really sore if you're wearing, you know, bare skin. You've got to wear like a thicker clothing item underneath for sure. The Mansio all-in-one, 3-in-1 or whatever, ultimate woman's carry bag. Okay, my lovelies, that is it for today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.